Hey, everybody, this is Javier Balderramos of Planet Texas. I have James here. James Cromwell, you know him. I know him. We're going to talk about Hulk Hogan. He passed away sadly just a few days ago.
Yes, he did, and unfortunately,
And it's a very sad, tragic thing where we're losing all our 80 stars apparently.
yeah, it seems like we lost a great one for sure. No, Hulk Hogan, his career has been going on since God so long. Um, we wrestling would not be here today if it wasn't for someone like Hulk Hogan. So I mean, we got every wrestler in the business today can say that wrestling would not be where it is today without Hulk Hogan. He's the one that broke all the barriers. Was the first one with a character that was so off out of control, not out of control, but so outgoing that it
Mania,
changed
but
wrestling. It changed the wrestling business from that moment on.
he was the only man on ESPN magazine.
Oh, really? I
As a
did not know that.
there was our I don't know if any recently, but he was the first.
Really?
Yes, he was the first. And then also you got to remember to eat your vitamins, say your prayers, drop the leg drop. You got to remember all those 80 cliches. Can't forget those.
Oh, yeah. We can't forget about the other version of Hulk Hogan that we all remember, the Hollywood Hulk Hogan, the NWO version of Hulk Hogan, which I think is one of my favorite. I think the favorite version of Hulk Hogan was that version, I think, because it was just so like rebellious and no, it's a rebellious character, and I love that character.
They were actually, they were thinking about making it Sting at one point until
Yes,
Hogan's like, not going to work unless it's me.
yes. Eric Bischoff said that on Inside the Ropes. Yep, I remember that.
And it's like, let's talk about, like, you remember all the movies that he did? Like, we're just spitballing for a little bit, just so everybody knows. We're just talking about memories of Hogan and just what man, it's just like it's hard to understand that he's passed away. Let me just say it like that.
I'll be honest. Just last week, I watched his Thunder in Paradise show. It was a three-series show, but yeah, I watched the first one. I remember watching that back when I was a kid, so that brought back a lot of memories. And
You know, the speedboat.
I remember Suburban Commando. I remember watched that movie so many times because I did like that movie. That movie was really good. Then The Nanny. You can't forget about The Nanny. The Nanny was a. I still watch that movie this very day. I wish I knew where I could find it. I'd love to watch it again.
Well, let's talk about Thunder Lips a little bit.
The Rocky, yes, Thunderlips.
Let's talk about Thunder
Rocky even said
Lips.
that Hogan was. If I remember, if I don't quote me on this word for word, but Sylvester Stallone said the other day that Hogan was the most gentle person you could be around. Like he hit you, but you didn't feel it. And unfortunately on that set, he actually took out three stunt guys because he told Hogan to throw him deep in the crowd, and he did, and then told Hogan to get out of the ring, go into the crowd, and supposedly he knocked out three or four stunt guys that they had to retire that day because they were so beat up.
Well, yeah, because Stallone was the director of the movie. He
Yes.
basically told everybody what to do all the time. I think that's funny that you brought up Thunder in Paradise.
It's a
I
good
saw.
show. I liked it. I mean, I still watch it very day. It's not. Come on, you got no John Lemon's kid in there who looks just like his father, but Jack Lemon's kid in there. But no, it's a great show. I mean, I like it. I mean, the speedboat was cool back in the day. That was like no state of art technology back then.
You know,
But today, nothing.
I saw the episode after they talked about it on other wrestling podcasts about Hogan versus the Predator. He took on the Predator in the series at some point, or not the
Mm,
Predator, kind of Predator-ish.
no, I don't
You
know.
know,
I don't know. I don't know where you got that from, but that was no.
where
Thunder in
Hogan took
Paradise.
on the creature in the forest or whatever the hell it was.
I don't know what movie that's from. I mean,
That's from Thunder Paradise.
no, I don't think so. Trust me, I'll check, but I don't think it is.
Or what about
But the
when
one thing I like
goes
about
to
Thunder in
Oregon?
Paradise, you got to see a lot of other WWE wrestlers in there. You saw Ric Flair, you saw
Sting.
Jim Navalt, you saw Sting, you saw Lex Luger. I mean, you saw all these icons in that show because Hogan was the main character.
There were. I know, how many seasons did they get? They get one or two seasons of
Three.
that.
It's
They
not a
got
season.
three
It's
seasons.
not a season. It's a series. It's a 3-part series. It's not. See, I thought it was a show, but it's not. It's a 3-part series.
A 3-part series.
It's a TV series. It was a TV series. What I read, it was a 3-part TV series.
Or like you remember No Holds Bars?
I never saw that one. That's one actually I never
What do you mean
saw.
you never saw that?
I never saw
What
that
is
one.
wrong with you? Like,
I'm sorry. I mean, there's certain
oh my
movies
God.
that don't pull me into it, and that was one of them that did not pull me into it.
Yeah, it's like it's 80s goodness. He's all like, what is that smell? And he's all dookie. And then that's
But we talk about Hogan. We can't forget to talk about his rivals. Over the years. Everyone from Andre the Giant to Macho Man Randy Savage, The Rock. And all these people that Hogan gave the rub to build them. Now he didn't get the rub to Andre. Andre gave him the rub. So it's kind of like Andre gave him the torch, and from there he started rubbing that off to other people. And I think The Rock was the one that was kind of like the Andre versus Hogan was The Rock versus Hogan.
I think one of the very first like controversies with Hogan was actually Hogan versus the Iron Sheik. I don't know if you remember that or not, when they were trying to
Oh yeah.
keep the Iron Sheik, keep the championship, and go to his rival and like I could break his legs if I want to because I'm the Iron Sheik and I'm trained like that. It's like,
Iron Sheik was not. He was a badass. I mean, what I've been hearing about Iron Sheik, he is pretty badass.
yeah, I mean, if you ever watch the biography of the Iron Sheik, it's actually pretty entertaining. When Sheik gets caught with Jim Duggan, and they're supposed to be mortal enemies with cocaine in the bag, and it's in their car.
Normal. That's normal.
Of
But
course, yeah. And then
you got to talk about his health. His health has been the worst thing for Hogan over the last 20 years. We saw him get his health decline little by little. And even this past time, last time I saw him on social media, you can tell he was not really able to get around. So honestly, this is what I think. Anyone can disagree with me on this. I'm kind of glad he passed away because at least now we know he's not in pain no more. We know he's pain free. He's somewhere way nicer than here, and he's raised all of his friends that gone already. So I'm kind of thinking kind of a blessing that doesn't happen because honestly, I would not want to see Hogan walk around for another 30 years like that. I would rather live on, no, pass my memories off to people than see him walking around like that.
I wonder how the mouth from the South, Jimmy Hart, feels right about now.
Oh God, he's torn. I mean, what I've been reading, Jimmy was like his best friend, other than Eric Bischoff, and he's torn. I was told that what I've been hearing, he's been torn.
Well, I mean, Eric Bischoff is having a like a streamathon, something like that, going on like right now, this minute.
He had that earlier. He had a 83 weeks live. I watched a little bit of earlier, but not very much. Now, Eric is another guy that, him and Hulk were really close, business partners, and, now they got this RF freestyle wrestling starting up, which honestly, I've never been an amateur wrestling fan, but I'm going to watch it. I think I might watch it actually. It might be something I might get into, but
Oh, it's on Fox Nation. So if
yes,
you
I've seen
get
that.
it, you got to actually. And there's like, I'm for sure going to get Fox Nation to watch the his wrestling company
I don't
go.
know. I don't know if I'm going to go out and pay for it. I'm kind of like a cheapskate. I'm not. I'll find some way to watch it somewhere.
Well, I'm just
But
going to pay for it. when it's time.
But no, is it? You gotta admit, he was in pain. He was suffering, and he was doing everything that we want him to do, but he was suffering.
Yeah, I mean, clearly something was wrong when he goes out there and like he's not flexing like he used to, and it's not just because of his age. You
No, no.
clearly
When you've done so many leg drops as he done over his career, you know you have back problems.
Well, you know, here's a fun fact for you. He got baptized in 2024.
Yes.
A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that. Yeah, you know, and honestly, I know some people talking about is failures. You know, as humans, we all make failures. I mean, we're not perfect by any means. As Hogan made his failures in life, of course, who hasn't? But I just don't like how people trying to talk more about his negative things and his positive things. You know, we're all not perfect. We all make mistakes. You know, and Hogan made his mistakes. You know, and he came back, but I just don't want during people. I just hate when people are talking like that.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of pissed me off. Like I was actually kind of upset. And normally I don't let any of these Twitter people bother me. I don't really like I check my stuff. But when Hogan passed away and they were bringing up the racist remarks that he was making and like when it came to his daughter dating African Americans, I was just kind of like bothered that they were bringing it up right then and there.
I don't know if you know this, but Chelsea Green got death threats over her comments about Hogan.
Yeah, I read that. I was just
Yeah,
like,
she actually taken she stopped and she's going black on social media for a while because the death threats she got, which not her comments were not negative by any means. It don't look like to me. I mean, she didn't say much about his legacy because no, she don't. But nothing in her comments I saw that was negative. So I don't know why would people give her death threats. I mean, Chelsea Green's the last person you would think would get that kind of.
I mean, I also think that it was like still fresh. Like even now today, you go on any social media, whatever, and you'll still see Hulk Hogan videos coming across, and it's just people just wishing him farewell. You know, they're just kind of like wishing that he stayed. You know, it kind of makes me. I bet those people now feel like shit when they were booing him when he came out for the last time that he was on television.
I'm not gonna lie, I was one of them. I was booing him. I really hate to say that, but I'll be honest, I was booing him because at that time I hated the all evil. What was
You're
his
trying to
beer
think of the
company?
word to say.
Well, his beer company.
American beer.
Yeah, I know. I don't think that's kind of started the old branding of the WWE where people WWE start branding everything, and that kind of got me a little pissed off because the old. I'm back from the old school days where the ring was sacred. Nothing was on that ring canvas. Nothing. You don't need nothing on there because no one. That's not what people looking at. People looking at the wrestlers, and I think when they put started putting American beer on there, I was like, oh no, because that's kind of was the start of all this branding we started seeing
I
in the ring.
mean, like, there's always been branding though. Like, I remember when it was what Bud Light, whatever it was in UFC. Like, we would see it we would just be kind of normal. We just kind of got used to that.
Yeah.
That kind of branding was going to happen no matter what. It was just a matter of time.
One person that I was shocked to see that gave Hogan the night a really nice send off was Vince Russo, because we all know Vince Russo and Hogan have history together. Hogan didn't want to do business when Vince Russo was in WCW. We all know this. We all know the finger poke, where Jarrett laid down for Hogan. So, I mean, and to see Russo saying nice things about that, I was wondering what was he going to say. But one thing that fans are super pissed off about is AEW. AEW had not mentioned one thing about Hogan at all because Tony Khan is still kind of living off the negative stuff. I mean, when someone passes away, let that stuff go and think about the positive things. And I think Tony Khan it's gonna come back to bite Tony Khan
Oh,
in the butt.
it's definitely going to bite him in the ass. Like, even in New Japan, even New Japan had the 10 bells.
Everyone
You
has. I mean,
know,
I don't think any
everybody.
wrestling show has not. And I'm hoping, because I'm working a wrestling show here in about 2.5 weeks, and I'm hoping they do a 10 bell salute for Hogan then, because he deserves it.
He does. He very much does. You know, and speaking of New Japan, like one of my favorite matches from Hogan is actually in New Japan.
Hogan was very big in Japan. He was very, very big.
Well, you know, Hogan knew how to wrestle in Japan, and over here he knew how to wrestle, but he didn't have to wrestle here. All he had to do was just go his spiel where he does everything 10 times over and then wins the match. Over there, you had to wrestle. You had to show them that you knew how to do something.
Yeah. Did you see Ric Flair's comment about Hogan's death?
Yeah, I did. And, you know,
I mean, those two were, I mean, they are good friends. You know, they toured the world together. They came into business around the same time. So Hogan and Flair have a long bond together. So I was not shocked to see Ric Flair was so devastated by it.
I would have never imagined like Ric Flair is like one of the last of the unicorns when it comes to
Ric Flair.
He's like 80s. He's like 70s.
He's in 80s. Yeah. I mean, Ric Flair is like the Keith Richards of wrestling. I don't think nothing's gonna kill him. We all thought Ozzy was like Keith Richards, nothing gonna kill Ozzy, but we all found out Ozzy did unfortunately pass away right before Hogan did. And unfortunately that's horrible too. But no.
You know, like, well, maybe now Hogan and Randy Savage could be wrestling in heaven.
Oh, I'm pretty sure him, Randy Savage, Scott Hall, Harley Race. I'm pretty sure they all up there drinking heaven beer, whatever they have up there for beer, you know.
Yeah.
You know, one thing I'm kind of devastated, and I really didn't want to bring it up, but I want to. Now I think we should. His daughter, you know, his daughter really never got say proper goodbye, you know, and unfortunately,
well, I think
because their relationship was like they have not talked in like 10 years. I was told.
Well, yeah, because his daughter really found God. He found Jesus Christ, if you could believe it. And she had children. She got married, and now she has like a traditional life. And this is the girl from Hogan Knows Best. You know, this is the one that came from the TNA that had like the hectic life. And now she just kind of wants to be left alone.
That's fine. I mean, she has that right, you know, but I just felt bad that she never got to say a proper goodbye to her father like Nick did. Nick was able to say goodbye because he was there, and Brooke wasn't, which I kind of felt bad because unfortunately I kind of know what she's going through because when my mother passed away several years ago, I was not there when she passed away. I was somewhere, I was in another state when it happened, and I know how it feels, and it sucks. I know she's gonna think about that the rest of her life because I know I think about that rest of my life because when that happened, my mom. So it's hard. I mean, I can somewhat relate to her on that.
Yeah, because like I was there when my father passed away, but he was in the hospital for like a week or so, just slowly deteriorating, and you just kind of know when it's coming. You just don't want to admit to it, but you know when it's coming.
Yeah, unfortunately, mine was like sudden, like out of the blue. So, yeah, it was kind of tough.
Yeah, but I wanted to come on and I wanted to talk about Hogan. So, was there like anything else that we wanted to mention before?
Well, we got to think about NWO. Let's talk about NWO a little bit. That
Let's talk about it.
was when WCW really put WWE on notice when NWO came out, and that was all Hogan. I mean, that was mainly Hogan and Bischoff, but I think Bischoff even said it was mainly all Hogan. But Hogan was able to do something and change the wrestling business not only once, multiple times. He changed the business twice. Now, I don't think any wrestler on the world can say that they have changed the wrestling industry twice in their career.
Well, because like I remember when I was watching the one of Eric Bischoff's like podcast, and he talked about it that there was this big void for the adults because WWE had like the children locked in with Doink, and the trash man and all the other Mabel, and like they were catering to children.
Yeah.
So he knew that he could cater to adults, and it was he even watched because the NWO didn't originate with him. It actually came from Japan.
Oh, really?
Yes, yes, that's where it originally came from.
Did not know
And
that.
he basically took the idea and ran with it and made it 10 times bigger.
Oh, really?
Hmm.
Did
A
not know
lot
that.
of people know they don't ever. Well, a lot of people like I watched wrestling like when I was growing up, and then like since we acquired YouTube, we've been able to go to YouTube. And then before that, we used to exchange tapes. I don't know if you remember
Oh, yeah.
VHS tapes.
Oh, yeah. I remember VHS. I had quite a few of those VHS tapes in my collection. But,
Yeah, so like in South Texas, we had the Trade Center, and this is a Trade Center story. They had like this shady ass corner in the flea market. It's just some flea market, but it's like a mall. And they had tons of tapes. And it was all wrestling tapes from everywhere, from ECW to Japan to like death matches when they were still doing death matches. And you were able to get that stuff. And that's one of the
yeah.
reasons I know that it originated from Japan.
But one thing we got to notice, we will hear Hulk Hogan's name for a very long time because Hogan's name is gonna be like Michael Jackson. Excuse me. He's gonna make money every year. His name alone is gonna make revenue millions and millions of dollars every year. So he left a nice little nest egg for his family too. But no, we'll be hearing Hulk Hogan's name forever. His name was not going away. He's not one of the wrestlers once they pass away. We unfortunately never hear about again until something comes up. But no, Hogan's name is gonna be talked about for years and years to come still.
Like, I really hope WWE has some kind of annual event for Hogan, just like
Uh,
in his honor and tradition.
I don't think. I mean, no offense. Hogan has been changed to WWE. He was there for all the ups and downs, but I don't think. No, I don't think we need to do
You
shows
don't, you
like
don't
that.
think they couldn't
No,
like
I
have
I
like a
was I would
tournament
say
with
like a
just his name in
award
it?
maybe, kind of like a wrestler award maybe. Maybe like a in no indie wrestler of the year from WWE finds it. No, indie wrestler of the year maybe. I can see. I would like. I think that would be a better thing to do with Hogan's name versus like an event or another trophy or another spot in Hall of Fame. I think maybe like a help at the Indies. No, because I think Hogan would love to be part of that.
I mean, like I don't want a Hogan championship, but like maybe they could rename like the Wrestler of the Year award, like the Hulkamania award, something in that like ballpark, or like
I would like to see them use them like with that for the Indies circuit for Indies. I think not for the WWE and stuff. I think more of the Indies because Hogan's name would be more bigger. I think in like find some way to incorporate like an award and Indies and WWE to work together. I think I can see them like that happening. I think that'd be really cool to watch.
I mean, I just want them to do something just to honor
They
him.
will. They will. Don't worry. They will.
Like even if they take WrestleMania and they have like the showcase of Immortals match, and it's just like the highlight match of just two of the best WWE guys who don't really have anything going on, and they're just like put in the match and go out there and have like a 5-star match. Just
Mm-hmm.
go out there and please everybody and leave them happy.
Yep, I agree with you on that.
So and I really don't want to leave it like on a downer. Like, you remember when he showed up in the Gremlins too?
Oh yeah. Yep.
That was like the most random ass like cameo too. He's just shows up, he flexes, and then he does his little spill, and you're like, "What the hell are you doing here?" And it's just like it's the Gremlins. So I'm just. So was there anything else?
I don't have anything for Hogan, but if you don't mind, if I plug something real quick, if you don't mind.
Yeah, go right ahead. Plug it in.
All right, guys. You guys are watching this. I hope you guys come to my YouTube channel. We have some big news that we are ready to give out to you guys. Is that in August 8th, we are going to be working with Below Zero Wrestling. They're a wrestling company out of Fargo, Bismarck, North Dakota. They're coming to our Sturgis rally and for a show. I will be there with my crew. We are going to be doing interviews with some of the top talent they have coming that way. And also we're going to be doing some live action videos and the vlog videos that will be coming out day of the show. So yeah, we're going to have a lot of new material and content coming out our way here very soon. And also I'm kind of talks with a couple of the XWE wrestlers about the interviews. So stay tuned for that. Got some big names coming our way, I think, here pretty soon.
James has a lot going for him, everybody.